Hi guys, so the podcast market is growing bigger and bigger, and if you want to profit from that, I've got a tool that will help you save so much time. It's called Rumble Studio, and it's an asynchronous podcast editor and recorder, which means you can actually ask your guests some audios, text, videos from a landing page without having to actually meet with them and record live with them. So if you have some guests that are from a different time zone, this is the perfect tool and it's going to save you so much time. Let's see what it got. Now we are inside the platform. You can see on the left we have the menu with interviews, mixes, file library, exports, branding kit, domain, pages, team and contract, subscriptions, payment, and the roadmap. Now we will create a new interview, and what we we will interview Garfield, for example. We will select one template so that we already have some elements into it, and we don't have to create it from scratch. Now we've got a page with all the elements we can choose from on the far left, our canvas in the middle, and the preview of the page for our guest on the right. I can modify the title of my page and the subtitle, and you can see in real time the effect. And each step is a new form, a new page for your guest to fill. I'm gonna ask Garfield what's his favorite cat food because we all want to know. I'm deleting this step because we already have one audio request. And I'm going to select and add a video request instead. The elements we can request from our guest are audio, text, paragraph, image, video slider, and number. We can also add a call to action, request some guest info, guest referral, add a multiple choice question, and some welcome message, recording advice, message step, closing message, and a checkbox. I'm making the video answer as required because it's really important for us. And I'm also adding a page of recording advices, which I'm going to reorder to the beginning of the interview. And before the end, I'm adding a call to action so I can redirect my guest to a page, a form, a video, or whatever I want him to do. Now let's celebrate that we have made our first interview. Woohoo! As you can see, we can unselect the participant view if you want to have more space for your creation. We can also hide a button if we want. Next step, let's go to the preview and theme. I'm going to add a light red background to my page, but you can also modify most of the other elements, colors if you want, and the font too. Perfect! Now we can share our interview by copying the URL, sending an email or a Twitter invitation. We can also share the QR code or embed on our website the form. I will open the link with a blank account. And now we are on the landing page and we can add our name and fill all the fields. So here is my email. Your guests also have access to a form of backend where they can modify their answer, I think. Now we've got the recording advices, our audio request. So let's record something. And now the video request, which is required. We can't record from our browser yet because they're working on the feature and I actually don't have any video file on this computer. So I'm going to have to leave it there and not finish the interview. Now let's go back in our dashboard and see what it looks like. You can see we have the new answer of Garfield. We can play it, download the doc, or start a mix to begin editing the podcast. We'll do that. Let's keep the default options. And now we are in the editor. We can once again select some elements from the left and create our timeline the way we want. I can fetch some content from other interviews on my account if I want. I also have some jingles, some files, and some favorites. Now let's try to add a jingle. It's a bit hard. I think you really need to select it from the middle and drag it to the canvas. Here it goes. Great, so now let's generate our final file and share our podcast with the world. You can choose between getting all of the raw elements in a zip file, or you can have a merged file, which will have some audio processing added to it. You can also select different audio qualities. Great, so it's processing and I'll be receiving an email once the job is done. Now let's go back to our menu and explore a little bit more. So we've got our mixes, our files, our exports, the branding kits, which we can have several brands. It depends on your plan. And we can modify the colors, the fonts, the website. We also have the pages in development. So this is all the pages we can have for our project. Of course, the interview page for our guest and some other pages like a sample file Dropbox page, a team presentation page, a brand page with logo and associated content. But all of it is in development, it's not ready yet. As you can see, you can have strong branding with Rumble Studio and look very professional. Next, we have our subscriptions and payment, of course, and the roadmap, which is filled with a lot of things. They're working on recording videos in Rumble, as I said. Soon we will be able to use a custom domain for transactional emails. They're adding a timer before the recording, allow us to pause while recording, and other good stuff. I'm showing you the discussion about recording videos in Rumble Studios because a lot of people have been asking for that feature, and I myself really want it to happen because it could be amazing to create videos, interviews in Rumble Studio. It will save so much time, but now even if they're adding this feature to make people happy, they're working on it. They don't actually believe in it and wanted to take it further by adding video editing and export options and features. So right now it's not clear if Rumble Studio will one day be a tool to create video interviews on its own, so you'll be able to record yourself and your guest, but not to edit the video and to export the video, which is a bit weird. So let's try to motivate them and make them understand that video is the first consumed content on the internet. It's here, it's going to stay, and we need video in Rumble Studio. Let's vote for the feature. So that's it for the demo and walkthrough of the platform of Rumble Studio. I hope you liked it, and if you have a podcast or you plan on doing a podcast, share it with us in the comments. I wish you a great success and have a beautiful day. Bye bye!